Have motion Representative Dodson to adopt the amendment. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carries. Your amendment's been adopted. You're recognized to present your bill as amended.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, committee. House Bill 1402 is a bill to improve the existing Abortion-Inducing Drugs Safety Act of 2015. The bill seeks to improve the safety protocols for women to whom these abortion-inducing drugs are given. Does that in several ways, and I'll address those ways briefly, and then let Ken introduce himself, see if I've missed anything. The first thing the bill does, obviously, is replaces and updates language to the existing act. The bill requires the abortion-inducing drugs to be dispensed according to FDA protocols. One of those, and as listed in the bill, important protocols, is that it cannot be delivered by mail, courier, or delivery service. The bill requires informed consent to ensure that the woman choosing to have these drugs receives comprehensive information. The bill states that the administering physician must physically examine the woman before dispensing, prescribing, administering these drugs. Physically examine her before administering, but also to verify that there is, in fact, an intrauterine pregnancy. The bill requires this administering physician also to be able to handle the emergency transfer of a woman who's experiencing complications from this type of abortion, or to have a signed agreement with an associate physician who is also credentialed to handle abortion complications. And then finally, the bill states that certain information in this process must be included in the woman's medical records. And that's the gist of the bill.
Did you have someone to help you present?
Yes, if you would let him introduce himself, please.
Please introduce yourself and who you represent.
Thank you.
I'm Ken Yang. I'm the Director of Governmental Affairs with Arkansas Family Council.
You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Well, thank y'all for having me. This is one of the great pieces of legislation that was passed in 2015, but science has changed, FDA protocols has changed, administrations have changed, and so this will keep us up to date with ever-changing protocols. So FDA protocols have recently been loosened with a court case in 2016, and there's a potential where the actual protocols may disappear with the new Biden and Harris administration. So we just don't want our laws tied to something that's might be disappearing. Another thing I think this addresses it does address is the adverse effects when taking abortion-inducing drugs. And so we had a great legislature in 2015 that had the foresight to pass something like this, because in other states, there's actually recently a New York Times article that talked about abortion clinics, Planned Parenthood, using the RU486 now as a missed period pill. So instead of prescribing it as abortion-inducing drugs, women were coming in and saying, "I missed my period," and the Planned Parenthood would acquiesce and say, "Well, here's the missed period pill," instead of actually dispensing it as an abortion-inducing drug. So we thankfully already had that, had this to address that, and this just makes it stronger and make sure that that also does not happen here in the state of Arkansas. And so with that, like I said, changing protocols and the new administration, this will address our law and make it stronger, and be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions from committee? Representative Ferguson, you're recognized.
Go back to what you said about it can't be delivered by mail delivery, man?
Right, directly to the woman.
It can be delivered to the clinic.
Yes, but not directly to the patient.
Oh, I thought you meant it couldn't even be delivered to
No,
the
I'm sorry. I should have made that clear.
Thank you.
Representative Clyde, you're recognized for a question. Any other questions from committee? Okay, we do have one person signed up to speak against the bill, Karen Musick. would